even though we cover a lot, I didn't give up on myself. Never give up on you. Always let that be your rule of thumb. Because if you give up on you, then I'm gonna be able to give up on you, and your future is gonna be able to, and everybody else. It all starts with you. So you never give up on yourself, ever. Whatever that looks like, whatever level that is, you never do. You never try. And then so going into the question, would it be a good idea to look in the weight loss shot? No, it would be a horrible idea. It'd be a horrible idea. Because that'd be a stupid idea, actually. Because it's not what we do. And so really it does come down to what I was saying in that first video of that decision. Should I take a weight loss shot, or should I do the work to lose the weight? That decision is ultimately going to be made by the person that you are. And more so by the person that you want to be, actually. By the woman that you want to be. Do you want to be a cheat? No? All right, then we're not going to cheat. It's just that simple. If you don't care, then take the shot. If you don't care if you're a cheater, if you don't care how you feel, if you don't have the integrity, and then do whatever you want to do, right? But for me, and if I had to guess, for you and the woman that you want to be, you don't want to be a cheater. You want to just be Sarah, and you want everything that Sarah has to have been earned by Sarah. And because what you earn cannot be taken from you, definitely physically, right? So I think that answers your question. Okay. I think that was all I had to say. Cravings do eventually go away. Yes. And you should have said, okay, tomorrow, so you can get, yes. But that's okay. We have another plan. We're going to put in our macros, and we're going to cycle through it, and we're going to not have, ultimately, we don't want food to have any power over us, for sure. We don't want to have to think about food at all. Like that, when it's a candy, let's just say, when a candy or any food controls your mind and controls your actions, it controls your life. Like that's simple. It's that simple. And the only person that needs to, the only thing, person, whatever, that needs to control your life is you. So if I were to look at, and this is part of how I talked myself out of having an eating disorder, a 5-year eating disorder, I finally talked some sense and logic into myself by saying, Gracie, all this food that you binge and purge controls you. It controls your actions, it controls your thoughts, it controls your days, it controls your life. You gonna live like that forever? I don't want to. All right, then we gotta stop. It's that simple. And so I stopped. And there would be a lot of times where I would have the urge, and I know I've told this on the podcast before, it would feel like a black cloud coming over me. Like when the urge I call it the devil, would come over me, and it would just sit there until I fought it, right? And there would be so many times that I remember one specific time that I pulled over. It hit me when I was coming home from the grocery store, of course, because I got groceries, nobody's home, makes sense. And then, it hit me, and that was after I had that real logical talk with myself, and I said, I literally just pulled over on the side of the road, and I just sat there for 30 minutes. I said, I'm going to sit here until this black cloud, whatever it is, and I'm not beating myself up, I'm just listening to music, just letting it go, letting it just do whatever it's got to do over my head. I ain't crying, I'm not doing nothing. I prayed, I said, Lord, I'm going to sit here, come sit with me, let this black cloud, this devil go away, and then we're going to keep on rolling. And 30 minutes later, I felt confident enough I didn't go home. I felt confident enough to put the car in drive and go. I went to my parents' house because I knew that, or I didn't know, because I had never been in, I never had put myself in that position where I could fight that urge. And then I never put myself in the position to win the urge. And so I was like, all right, well, I don't know if I'm going to go home, and I don't know if that black cloud's going to come back if I get home and no one's home, right? Which I knew no one was home. So I'm just gonna go to my parents' house. So I went to my parents' house. Next couple hours, by that time, it was a no-brainer. Like I wouldn't even. It was so late at night. It would have been stupid if I would have gone home and then did this and binge and purge. That would have been dumb. So you can fight it. That helped me though tremendously when I was like, you do not want, the only person that's going to control your life is you. And that one day though, specifically, and I've told you before, once you do things one time, you can do it 2 times and 3 times and 4 times. After that one day, I was like, nothing's stopping me. And it hadn't stopped me since. And that was definitely, I have not been in purge since then. That was in 2013. But even before that, that was like probably 2 or 3 weeks into not binging and purging. So the urge was so high because it was so early on, but it was still early on in not purging, right? Not binging and purging. So, yeah, I don't even know where that story came from, but I'm glad that I told it to you. I guess the biggest thing is just be real with yourself when it comes to cravings and when it comes to everything, but definitely cravings. Only person that has control over your life and your daily actions, your thoughts, everything is Sarah. That's it. Nobody else. Nobody else but the Jesus. That's all. Okay.